Hey everyone, Greg from My Mortgage here again. Today we're carrying on our construction lending series and we're talking about a fixed price build. So this is the most common way that we see people building new homes. And the way this works is that you've found a piece of land, maybe a smaller section, maybe you've subdivided, maybe you've gone and found a lifestyle block, something like that. And then you're getting a house designed and then built for you. So the design could be done by an architect or a draftsperson. Potentially it's with a company that they have already got plans and they can modify them for you, that sort of thing. And then you get at the end of that a price from the builder to build that home for you. And that price will have a whole bunch of things included in it, but it might also have some things that are excluded, things like landscaping or maybe the driveway, carpets, curtains, things like that. So you want to be careful with a fixed price build that you're not needing to have too many things excluded. The banks are very wary of that. Obviously, they don't want you to get to the end of the build and then realize you've still got another $50,000 worth of things outstanding and no way to fund that. So you want to be careful with too many of those things excluded from the contract. But if you've got a contract with lots of things included, the banks are pretty happy as long as there's a reputable builder who's going to be building that for you and that all the things are in place that you need to fund the entire build. And the way that the funding works is you will have to pay in stages. So once the excavation is done on the section, there'll be a payment that comes in from the builder, so an invoice, and then the bank will get the money to pay that. And then when you get to the pad being put down, the foundation, there'll be another payment there. Then when the frames go up and the roof goes on and all of these different parts throughout the process, and you draw down on the loan, so you take more lending as you go through that process. And what also will happen is that during that process, you will pay interest only on the lending, and you'll only pay it on what you've actually already got. So you don't pay it on the entire amount, you only pay on what you've drawn down. And also it'll be on the floating interest rate. So we can't fix that construction lending for you. And when we get to the end, so when everything's finished and you've got code of completion and all that sort of stuff, then we can get it all fixed for you on a nice low fixed rate or however the structure is that you want to get that set up. So that's a little bit about fixed price builds. As I said, the most common way that we see construction lending and a really good way to get a house that you can design or change, get it exactly how you want, as long as there's not too many variations or exclusions left in there that the bank are going to be worried about. So next up, we're going to be talking about self-managed builds and things like kits at homes. So make sure you jump to the next video and watch that one.